living like the winner do.
See me with the crew, had to get some food. I see you looking like you do. Had to make a move. Still I gotta grow in a Jimmy Choo. Break the rules, no you're not a fool, but I'm in the mood.
No, I get real sick of men sometimes. Every day is what I mean by sometimes, because it's like men do a lot of things to women, and this isn't a black men thing. This is but I am gonna focus on black men for this particular video, because this is black people. This is an issue specifically pertaining to black people in this particular circumstance. You niggas make me sick. You know what I'm saying? Like very sick. As a person who used to rob people every day, the only time I ever robbed a woman, I was probably 15 years old, and the Nextel cell phones was lit. And I remember my boy Rich Green was talking to a girl, and she had a Nextel phone, and he was like about to get the number. I took the phone, snatched it, ring. I never stalked a woman with attempts to harm her in any way. And when I say harm, I mean like dudes out here who be chasing women down, following them, attempting to grape them. And when I say grape, I added the G there. You know what I'm saying? For YouTube. Like, I never had the audacity. I never had the sickness in my heart and my mind to want to grape a woman. I never really stalked a woman, ran down on a woman in order to rob her of her belongings, steal a purse, anything. And I gotta point out that men have a lot of issues with women, and women really feel threatened by us. Like, see, this feminism thing, yeah, our women got roped into it because of the European women and the issues they were having with European men, who European men are documented to have seriously violated their own women in the past, even though there's no real documentation about us violating our women like that. They got roped into it, but partly it's a reason. And on behalf of men, we deserve the way that they act towards us and the way that they treat us and the way they view us sometimes, because a lot of y'all is savages out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got them in our family. You know, that weird cousin who you feel like if he had the opportunity, he would mess around and grape a woman. We all got our family members like that. We all got a friend who you never allowed him to get that far, but you question if you hadn't been at a certain place with him at a certain time when certain women was around, you question whether he would have took advantage of a woman. Okay? Those of us who used to be in the streets, used to rob people. Some of y'all have put guns to women's faces, right? And robbed them of their belongings and stuff like that. Pistol whip women. This man, out the graciousness of his heart in a world where you can't even trust women like that, did the right thing and potentially saved a woman's life from either being raped or robbed and beat up at the very least. And I want to salute this man right here, because he did exactly what I would have did and went into protection mode. You feel me? I've had issues with women in the past. I'm going to have issues with women in the future. But I would be damned to act like women don't have a right to feel a way about us sometimes, because a lot of y'all is really savages and really have just no good intent for the women y'all come across at all. You know, like in like Iceland or one of these places, one of these European countries, it's so safe that mothers could go to a shopping mall and they could line all their kids up in the area of the mall, and they could go shopping while their children are sleeping, and they could come back and their belongings will still be there, their kids will still be there, right? The kids will be safe. No one will touch them, right? But here we are in New York City where it's so many black people, right? And our women are just not safe, you know, like who raised you niggas, man? Like dudes like that need to have half their bodies put in the ground, the upper half of their body sticking up out the ground, right? And they should be stoned. They should be stoned. You know what I'm saying? Part of being a man, part of being an alpha male, right, is knowing that you have a duty, a responsibility to protect women. And this brother who helped save this woman is a real man. And those three men who are following this woman on her way home while she's trying to take a train home, possibly to her children, right? Or to her man. Or maybe she's going to see her mother, right? These are the most lowest of men. These are the men who deserve to be put in jail. Men like this are why we have cops. Men like this are why not only we have cops, but innocent men, right, get profiled, right, and murdered either on purpose or by the trigger finger of a police officer who is scared because there are savages among us. This is why I could never be just pro-black and just specifically about black people. I can only rock with people of every creed, every nationality who just want to do the right thing, who understand that we not perfect. Some of us may be womanizers at certain points of our lives. Some of us may disrespect women verbally, right? When we get in our feelings. But are we going to grape women? Are we going to stalk women with attempts to rob them and beat them? Women do not deserve that. Women do not deserve that. Okay? And I wish that women like her, right, and men like that were in places like South Carolina, North Carolina, right, Texas, where they can carry weapons in their purse. And when a man tries to do anything to them, pow, they can hit him right in the head. Right in the head, and not have to do a day in jail. Because these dudes are despicable, man. And I want to say, shout out to that woman for being brave enough to be vulnerable enough to hug this man. Hug this man and whisper in his ear, help me. These men are following me. And I want to say shout out to that brother who sprang into action, man. We need more brothers in the world like him. And less brothers in the world like those three demons. Those three clowns. Those three suckers who probably can't even fight, but they preying on a woman, man. I'm telling you, man, like, I dumb out for the women in my family, man. Like, if that happened, something like that happened to a woman in my family, I just hope she know what they look like. And I hope the police get to them before I do, man. Because I'll put somebody in a box over that. Peace.